Hi everyone, I am here with Wangui from Project Sumisha, which is an amazing foundation. It's really close to my heart because they are also trying to keep girls in school as one of their missions. Can you tell me about who you are first, what brought you to this space, and what your project and your foundation is all about?
Okay. Thank you so much, Farah, for having Project Somesha on board. I am Wangui Maina. I am based in Nairobi, Kenya,
Nice.
and I am a volunteer with Project Somesha. So, Somesha is a Kiswahili word that means to educate.
Wow.
And the thing about Project Somesha is to educate and to have conversations and, just put material out there around menstrual health across the country. For now,
Okay.
that is what we are concentrating on, but we have a bigger vision to drive the whole WASH agenda.
Yeah.
So this project was started in October of 2020 during COVID, and
Wow.
currently, yeah, and currently it is mainly run virtually in terms of running the conversations, but we do have some activations on ground.
Okay.
um, yeah, so
You
that's
guys
a
have done
nutshell.
really well considering you're, what, 2 years old?
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. What brought you into this space?
So it's just we need to have the conversation about menstrual health, be it in Nairobi, which is a urban city, in rural Kenya, but just across the whole continent. We
Yeah.
see period poverty being a big thing. And period discussions are hidden, whispered, spoken
Yeah.
about, stigma. You have young girls who are still afraid to outright say, I'm on my period. And they
Yeah.
will use code words, they will hide. So that's one of the things. By having open conversations, let's call it what it is. And by doing that, we kill the shame of it, one. And two,
Yeah.
let's bring everybody to have this conversation. And by having this conversation, then even it can reach our policymakers and all, in just helping provide the right products
Yeah.
for the young girls. Because you live even in the rural Kenya, or even in slums area and everything,
Yeah.
girls are still using toilet papers. They're
I
still using
know.
clothes. You know, there's a story told of how even in prisons, women are using the mattresses and they
Yeah.
wash them, and then you give the next person. So we believe by having open conversations and just going out into the field, we stop stigmatizing this. Yeah, we stop stigmatizing it, one. And two, we openly have the conversation, so we stop even being shy about it, and the next
Yeah.
generation of girls do not grow up with the shame of period, because
Yeah.
it's yeah,
Because
one
being
of the
shy
best.
is what brings the shame, isn't it?
That is true.
Hmm.
Yeah. One of the most interesting statement I've ever come across is, we are all products of a missed period. So
Wow.
if it wasn't there, we wouldn't be.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's a powerful statement.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing. Currently, a lot of our conversations are virtual. We have our IG stories, which we strive to just do as often as possible. The constraint is getting people who want to openly have this conversation and be
Yeah.
online. But yeah, but we're really using that. Then we also do go on round. We go to schools, and that's where we talk to young girls from the age of 9. We are really keen on talking to the ones who are just starting or about to start,
Mm.
so that we start that early. Because you might find the older girl already has her way; she's stuck on it and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, and the idea is, when we go, we do give them pads. We distribute pads.
Oh,
We
that's
distribute
lovely.
about 4,000 pads and panties, because we cannot assume they have panties.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I was saying to the co-founder of the foundation, I think just yesterday, that,
Mm.
when I explained to my friends who are privileged and just overseas, I said, you get in, you wake up in the morning, you have a hot shower, get into your car, you either go to school or go to work. You think that you have a crap life, but how privileged are you to be able to do that? You just go to a taxi rank and you'll see ladies, and I said they walk home every day wondering if they're going to get raped, wondering if their cell phone is going to get stolen, wondering if these shoes are going to last them, the ones with holes in them, till the next time they need to use them. I said, why would they need to now think of their periods? They have to think of buying tampons, buying pads. Imagine she's gone all the way home, 3 hours home on public transport, and she gets home and there's no tampon, there's no pads, or she can't afford it. I said, privileged people don't realize that this is so big for just the normal person in Africa. There's so many women who are experiencing period poverty. I think you guys are tackling it so head on, because instead of just building the roof of a house by giving tampons out and pads out, you are actually building the foundation, and not only a foundation for your project foundation, but also for the world, because by educating girls, you are literally starting this generational movement. You know, it's like asking a doctor to perform surgery and he hasn't even gone to med school. So I really, really, really like that, because you guys are starting from the beginning. So you know what, even if we aren't able to donate pads or sanitary products to these girls, we have given them such a great life lesson that they can now also teach other girls.
Just tell me a bit more about couplings. My understanding, this is part of build up to as well menstrual day.
Yeah, so we're basically, so this is called our Make a Difference series.
Okay.
So it doesn't really have anything to do with our fundraising and stuff with our foundation, but it's basically trying to connect everyone in the menstruation world and people who have an interest like us in trying to make a difference and an impact in the world. So for us, it was more because we're all the same, we're all different branches of the same trunk of the tree. We wanted to connect everyone into the tree. Okay. And for me, it's more important that it's not like, oh, we're Couplings Foundation, we need donations for the girls in South Africa. It's important to find out that there's other foundations and people in the space that also need this help. So you guys in Kenya, maybe if someone comes onto our website, they'll be like, oh, they've had an interview with someone in Kenya. Actually, it works better for me to go and help them in Kenya.
Okay.
So for us, it's not about that. It needs to come our way. I feel like as humanity, wherever it's going to that same trunk of the tree.
Okay, totally agree. It's the same for us. Beyond just, putting out the material and educating people, what's important for us is the conversation of menstrual health cannot be had without having a conversation of sexual health.
Yeah.
And so in October, we went to a village it's in Nyeri County, and we got the chief to organize for young ladies to come. And some had not started their menses, but they're about 9 years old. And we had them, I think, until they were about 14, 15. And we actually even asked the mothers to sit. Because you don't want the girls to go home and the mothers are asking, or the mothers are not sure what doctrine is being put out there. And it was a very interesting conversation. So in Kenya, we have a problem. We call it boda boda, which are the motorcycles, the transport that people use daily. Okay. So even during the pandemic, the government addressed it, where the motorcycle riders, we call boda boda riders, they would woo young girls and tell them, I'll give you a lift for free. And, that payment is in kind or otherwise. So beyond just distributing, teaching the girls how to use their pads, about keeping themselves clean, is also a conversation of say no, do not take their ride for a few shillings so that you can buy a pad. And sometimes they will say, I want to, this guy is giving me money, I don't have pads, this is how I'll get money for, or how I will get my pads, then I'll do it. So the conversation has to be holistic, beyond just distribution of sanitary towels or the panties, but what are some of the nuances happening in the community?
I love
Yeah.
that. Wow.
So that's why we call it Somesha, because it's educate, and the education is a lot more than just very clinical education.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
know what I love? I was surprised when you said that the chief was happy with doing that. I mean, that already is a huge step into breaking the stigma of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And one of the things I found very interesting, I remember we'd even gone to on ground with Zipporah, is there's a lady, she was carrying a child when you so she could not address this in public. She was one of the mothers who'd come, and so she called me aside and she told me that her daughter is 9 years old and has started her menses, and she actually thought her daughter was unwell and wanted to take
Wow.
her to the doctor because she thought 9 is early. But data is
Mm.
showing us that yes, the young girls' menses nowadays start earlier because of the food
Yeah.
we're eating, the lifestyle, and everything. But here is a mother who is asking if her daughter is abnormal. So you can
Wow.
understand that in terms of having the knowledge to support her own daughter, it
Yeah.
is she doesn't have the knowledge to help her daughter, and that's part of the reason she had come for that sitting, just to ask
Wow.
that one question.
Wow. I look up to you guys because I really think that you've covered everything. It's so, like I say, it's so easy to just go and educate the girls, but to bring the moms in, that's amazing because we know just in our culture, you can't even speak about this with your parents.
Yes, yes.
Well, especially, I don't know there in Kenya, but here, it's not something we speak about with parents.
No,
It's
it,
embarrassing. You just gotta know how to do it. You just have to ask your friends. And what's really nice about bringing the moms in, especially like culturally, is the girls then don't have to go and report to their mom, oh, I know how to do this, this, and that. And then the parents get scared. Like, who are these people? What are they teaching you? You know, you guys are really breaking the stigma in such a powerful way.
yeah. It's one step at a time, but we are trying. The other thing we're also trying now to, slowly we also talk about the menstrual cup, as part of, our
Yeah.
conversation, which is key. But yeah, that the uptake in all the engagements we've done, the uptake has been very low because, I mean, there's a lot of questions around
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So far we've done about 65 menstrual cups, but we're okay. One cup at a time.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to ask you. I just wanted to see like your experience with dealing with the cups and how it's like the uptake. Are people scared of using it? Do they wonder what it is? What do you feel are the barriers that are stopping people from using these amazing cups?
I think the biggest barrier is misunderstanding of what the cup is.
Okay.
And I will start with just the general conversation of even tampons. For some people, there's no. Anything that's being inserted,
Yeah.
we're not going to have. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even in urban centers or within an educated demographic, you will find a lot of fear and questions around it. But the uptake
Yeah.
has been okay. And we also do educate the girls about that because we believe, I mean, with their education, eventually they'll have access to these products and they'll be able to use them.
Yeah.
So if even a tampon carries such a stigma, by the time you're bringing up the conversation of a cup,
Yeah.
it becomes, is it going to break my virginity?
Yeah.
How do you use it? It's just a lot of things. But we are
Yeah.
also realistic to the fact that there are certain places we can't even start a conversation about the cup because water is an issue. I would not
Yeah.
go to an arid area and start telling them there's this thing called the cup. They don't have water.
Yeah.
We are also very aware of the social
Dude.
setting that we are having these conversations and some of the things.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's one cup at a time. One cup.
Yeah. And you know,
And
it's funny you say that because I mean, my mom is extremely well traveled. She's of European descent. So
yeah.
it was weird. The first time this was 9 years ago, I tried a cup. So before I tried it, I obviously went to her and I said, I want to try this menstrual cup.
Yeah.
I'm tired of tampons. And she's like, no, I don't think it's good for you. I mean, someone of my age is being told no. She said, no, I don't know. I think you need to research more. I don't trust this. And I'm thinking, a lady who's so well traveled, can I now
Yeah.
think of trying to tell the girls in the rural areas that my mom said no, your mom's definitely going to say no.
I was gonna say no. Yeah, because
Yeah.
even those you would expect to be more open to this conversation, they're like, no, it's okay, it's fine. I'm all right. I'm good.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then obviously when I educated her, she was like, wow, so why aren't people using these? And I was like,
Yeah.
well, the same reason you said I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So one cup at a time, as you
yeah.
say.
But I think,
Hopefully.
yeah, honestly, what you guys are doing just really, it makes my heart so happy. I can see the passion. I can see that you
Yeah.
really care about this movement. And yeah, I want us to, like, in the future as well, is to maybe we can do stuff together, just to create this, like, break the barrier and the stigma.
Happy to, because as I said in the beginning, I believe this conversation is just not owned by one person. Each one of
Yeah.
us has a role to play, whether you're reaching 2 people, 10 people, the whole continent. Yeah, let's do it. And I mean, social media is a good platform for us to reach
Very.
as many people, and more so to reach people who have access to reach a wider audience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's
So that's,
important.
yeah. And we're really pushing the content for us on our IG pages.
Yeah. Oh, I love your stuff. I really do.
Thank you.
I love all the period talks. I just love it because I can see the, how do I say, the message behind it of breaking the stigma. For me, it's like, wow, when you start talking about something, it becomes normal.
We'll bring you into one and
Oh,
have a
thank you.
conversation.
And now that we've had this conversation, I feel like I can now share your stuff on Instagram nicely.
Please,
Yeah.
yeah. And tag us. We're at project underscore
Okay.
Somesha.
Okay,
Yes.
awesome. Is there
Yeah.
anything that you guys wanted to say before we wrap this up? Or anything you wanted to ask?
I think I'm good. I think I've covered who we are and what we're doing. Zipporah, are you happy?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm very happy.
We're good. And thank you so much for having us, and thank you for giving us
Oh,
the
you're most
opportunity
welcome.
to speak on your platform also.
Thank you. I don't know if you guys have seen the little pink square that we've started on Instagram.
Sorry?
So we've got a little pink square that we are sharing all over Instagram. So after this conversation, I was going to show you guys. And basically, we haven't put our logo on it or anything. We don't want to, like, it to be a couplings foundation thing. We want it to be for anyone in the menstruation world to spread awareness, and it's hashtag period freedom in a pink square. So we're getting everyone to share it because this is how we feel like we are going to create like awareness on Instagram and on socials. So I'll send it to you guys. If you want to be part of it, you can be as well. It's for anyone in the menstruation world.
Please do. I
Okay.
think it's I mean, we're all in the same narrative, and if we can reach as many people, so great.
And I'll tag you guys as well on it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you guys. I hope to chat again. I really like your energy.
Thank you for
Thank you
sorry,
so
where are
much.
you based in Joburg? I mean,
So-
in South Africa?
So I'm in South Africa. I'm in a place called Rustenburg.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's the Bafokeng region. So it's
Yeah.
about 2 hours from Gaborone in Botswana, where I grew up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm originally from Botswana.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm here because the co-founder of the foundation's from South Africa. So we're like, we can start in the place that has the most people and make a bigger impact. But obviously, I'm doing my work back at home because home has a really big place in my heart.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Chat soon. Take care and stay blessed. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.